Hi, this is Chinmayi, and today I'm going to be speaking to you guys about this kind of recent discovery in the skincare community that I have found out about, and let me take you right in. Hi, this is Chinmayi, and today going to be polyglutamic acid is a now what is polyglutamic acid? Running through. Alright, so the two products that I'm going to be talking to you guys about is the Inkey polyglutamic acid and the Inkey retinol. This claims to have 1% retinol and gram-active retinoid. Now, retinol and retinoid are completely different things, and that I'm going to be speaking to you about in a completely different video. But I'm going to just talk about these two products and what I feel about them today. Now, what is polyglutamic acid? Polyglutamic acid is a bipolymer often produced with fermentation of Bacillus subtilis, and it can also be produced with the mucilage of fermented soybeans, and hence it boasts that it is biodegradable, non-toxic, and it has immunogenic properties, making it an interesting ingredient in industries beyond medicine and cosmetics. Now, polyglutamic acid is something that has been touted to be the next best thing after hyaluronic acid. Glycerin, hyaluronic acid, and all these are supposed to be contributing to the natural moisture levels of our skin. Hyaluronic acid is supposed to can contain about 1,000 times its weight in water moisture is what I have read so far, and polyglutamic acid is something that's touted to trump the effects of hyaluronic acid in skincare. Now, polyglutamic acid on its own, it says that it is naturally found in skin and it can help maintain skin's moisture levels and holds 4 times more moisture than hyaluronic acid, and that's exactly what is being said in this particular box. The Inkey polyglutamic acid contains about 3% polyglutamic acid complex, and I am going to be testing this on my face. What they do suggest is that you should use it in the morning and in the evening, and you should avoid the eye area. Use after serums and before moisturizer. It smells like paint. It actually smells like the LA Girl foundation, I think. And then it just disappears into skin. See, one of the things of using something like this, either a hyaluronic acid serum or a polyglutamic acid serum onto your skin, is that this one's non-greasy. It has a little bit of a stickiness, so I guess it can work beautifully under foundation because it gives that little bit of this, a lot of these beauty YouTubers call it something, there's this word for this, I wish I can, hopefully this will come up in a bubble somewhere here, and it's completely disappearing into the skin. There's no sheen, there's no oily texture, and eventually I think my skin feels a little silicone-y, and I definitely think this will work fantastically under foundation, and I'm going to be checking anyway to see if foundation pills on top of it. Let's see my foundation on top of this serum. All right, no pillage. So it's not. So pilling is something that's when you're, when you try to layer some products one on top of the other. Usually the one that's on top, or probably one of the products at the bottom, start like coming out in small threads. So that's called pilling. So the foundation isn't pilling at all, and it has a nice texture. I like how this feels. I'm going to be continuing to use this, and I'm going to be posting updates on Instagram. I just realized that this video is becoming a little long, so I will end it there. This is my initial thought about the polyglutamic acid. I like it, and the other thing is that this does not contain any fragrance. They don't test on animals. Inkey as a brand does not test on animals, and it does not contain parabens. Now, the Inkey box says that this will maintain moisture levels in the skin. It will reduce the appearance of fine lines. Now, anything that contributes to moisture in your skin is going to reduce the appearance of fine lines, whether this is hyaluronic acid or any other moisturizing factor, which is why a lot of people keep saying moisturize, 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 right? And this also claims to brighten skin and even skin tone. The Inkey is a brand that's come out of the UK, and it is also an extremely affordable skincare brand, which a lot of people who are fans of The Ordinary found out about the Inkey and that's how eventually I also got to know about it a couple of months ago. Now, the Inkey List as a brand does not test on animals, and the polyglutamic acid does not contain parabens, and it has no fragrance, no added fragrance, right. So, I am going to be continuing to test this, and I am going to be sharing my thoughts about it in my future posts on Instagram, and also probably in a different video in the future. My next video definitely is going to be about the Inkey List retinol. So, until I see you in my next one, this is Chinmayi saying bye-bye.